So, last topic for today is health jobs.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting area, and obviously, if you're a hosted customer, your health job alerts come to us. We fully manage them. It's one of the benefits of being hosted, frankly. If there's a problem, you probably won't even know about it. We'll have fixed it before you saw it. However, for on-prem customer or non-hosted, as I generally term, they nominate who they go to, right? And I know that can be part of the problem.
Yeah, so hosted, probably less of an issue around this because, as Richard rightly said, we're looking at this anyway. But when you're on premise, what there are is running in the background, there are a set of what we call system health jobs. So the system health jobs are things that are running in the background. So if I create one just to show you the list of them, we are monitor. If you're a Microsoft customer, we will monitor the Microsoft connections. If you're a telephony customer, so what this means, if you've got traditional PBX, your Cisco's, your Avayas, your Mitels, etc., we're monitoring those. If you're WebEx and Zoom, again, it's we're monitoring that data. So I'm going to stick as a telephony one as standard, and then we have a set of jobs that we're doing. So we constantly are monitoring whether stuff's happening. So, for example, CDR sourcing activity. So if Tiger Prism hasn't received a call from that source in a set amount of time, so if I set that and I click through these quickly, we can set how many minutes we have per CDR source.
Or hours.
Or hours, yeah. So, it could be that it's a very, very quiet site. So
you might have two users in it.
Yeah.
It's a remote switch that you just can't get rid of.
Yeah. So we could set it to a day and it wouldn't send an alert. So as long as a call happened once a day, it wouldn't send an alert. Okay. But it could be it's your main site and full well that every 20 minutes there should be at least one interaction. Okay. And you can set these up to go, right, that's what they are. And we adjust these based upon, size.
Yeah. And given this is CDR, this doesn't have to be an outbound call. This means somebody tried to call in, an internal call. It's any activity, basically, isn't it?
Yeah. So as long as it doesn't reach those parameters, you'll never get an alert. And it could be as well on the schedule. A lot of them, we turn them off out of hours as well. So, out of hours, it's not busy.
Yeah, a lot of customers are 8 till 6, 9 to 5, etc. Still, aren't they? So,
but some of our larger, NHS trusts and stuff that are 24/7, you'll be expecting.
Yeah, or some of our global customers, for example.
Yeah, where, calls are happening around the world all the time. Okay. So you can set these as well to only monitor between certain hours, which we obviously set up. From here as well.
And we set these up. So when we do your installation, you come on board as a new customer, we configure all this.
We configure all of these and they will be going to somebody at the moment. Now, what you need to do is check who
I like your word, it's somebody.
It is going to somebody that can action it. Okay, because that's one of the things is what we tend to ask for is a generic mailbox. So we'll send it to
shared mailbox.
Shared mailbox, infrastructure, wherever it may go.
Telephony, whatever you called it.
Yeah. But sometimes we notice that it goes to a particular person and then maybe they've gone sick or whatever it is and nobody's getting those. So it'd be worth just, if you're an on-premise customer, spend a little time, just come into here, see who they're being sent to, make sure that is the correct place. And again, you can do that by coming into your search over here and all your jobs will be in here, clicking into them and going and seeing who they're being sent to, and just making sure that they are going to the right people. Because
and look, a lot of these health jobs are triggered by infrastructure issues.
Correct.
Which is why when you're on-prem, the alerts go to you rather than, if anyone's sat wondering, well, why don't Tiger deal with those alerts for me as well? It's generally because the data is not being received, which means it's going to be something on your side. That's why the alerts come to you. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you're hosted and we're getting data from you, we would contact you and say, we'd check all of our systems, then we'd contact you and say, we haven't seen any data from this switch for 24 hours. We're just wondering, is there a known problem? Are you not aware? So it's slightly different ways of dealing with things, but it's important to understand that most of these alerts are actually to tell you that there's a fault somewhere else in your environment.
Yeah. Now, some of the things here as well, you may be getting alerts that say the service is disabled. So if someone accidentally has gone in and changed a flag, or something's happened where a background service has disabled itself, again, you can raise tickets on all of these to our support desk. We can then investigate for you, but obviously you need to know where they're going to by going into the jobs and making sure they're going to people at the moment that can action them, or it could be you go and create a mailbox to go and send all the alerts to as well. So it's just really a call out just to double check, because it may be this was installed 18 months ago, 2 years ago, and you've never really gone back in and checked this, or you may have updated your infrastructure box and you changed the email address and you just need to go in here and change it. So that's where you would go. You go into the jobs and you would just double check that they're going to the correct place under your success notifications. And just choose one of these. Make sure that they're going to the right places, and there are some details in here. And if you want to add some details ever as you learn about normally all we do is go and restart the service on the PABX, you can come back into here and you can add text to the email as well to remind yourself about things that you could do next time to make it easier when you go and fix it.
And look, this is all about helping.
Yes.
This is all about less downtime. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're well aware that most switches, for example, will hold data for a period. And it's this is why it's important the alerts are acted on quickly, though, because they will only hold it for so long. CUCMs, for example, generally give 30 days. They'll hold it on the switch, which is great. But some older switches, some of the Panasonics, for example, might only give you 2 days.
Or some of them are even down to records. And some of them, there is PBX that is 16,000 records, and that's all it holds.
And if you're a big organisation doing 16,000 calls an hour, for example,
it isn't very much. So getting these, actioning them is really important, and making sure that they are going to the correct places, to the correct people who can action them. And, it could be as well in here that it's missing the phone number. Put in the Tiger support phone number. Put it in and say, right, ring them, give them a call, let them know that you've got the alert. We'd rather work with you and look at what the fault is, then you start losing data and so on. So just a call out to everyone: go and have a look and see where how it's set up. Make sure it's going for the right people. And if there are some missing, again, let us know. We're happy to come through, talk to you about setting them up, and making sure that the alerts are going to the right people, giving you the right information, and making sure that you don't lose any data, because that's the important part.
And the word lose is always a scary word for me. And when we say lose, it's not lost into the wider world. No one else has your data, but the problem is it's just not available. It's
just not. You can't run reports on it if we didn't collect it. So Zed, if you're on premise, go away, check them, make sure that everything is up to date.